Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to explore Bhavnagar District, Gujarat State, the diamond hub and coastal trade pioneer. Before we go into the video, please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Now we go into the video. Agriculture remains a fundamental pillar of the rural economy in Bhavnagar, heavily defined by its subtropical semi-arid climate and varying soil types ranging from medium black to coastal alluvial soils. The primary cash crops driving the district's agrarian economy are cotton, specifically high-yielding BT cotton, and groundnut, which systematically dominate the Kharif monsoon planting season. During the Rabi winter season, farmers heavily utilize irrigated fields to grow wheat, bajra, pearl millet, onion, and cumin. Notably, Bhavnagar is a national powerhouse for horticulture and holds a functional monopoly on the onion dehydration industry in India. The coastal belts and talukas like Mahuwas are famous for high quality mangoes, sapota, chiku, and dense coconut plantations, turning the district into a crucial agro-processing zone that channels raw produce directly into statewide and natural food supply chains. Trade and commerce in Bhavnagar function via a dynamic mix of traditional merchant networks and heavily industrialized maritime trade. The district acts as a prime gateway for the Saurashtra region, driving massive commercial volumes through the processing and trading of diamonds, non-ferrous metals, and dehydrated vegetables. The historical market areas or bazaars inside Bhavnagar city manage the domestic distribution of plastics, chemicals, and textile manufactured locally. On a larger scale, the maritime trade architecture involves massive imports of raw ship scrap metal, coal, and chemicals, balanced by the export finished industrial salt processed diamonds and agricultural goods. The unique dual nature trade environment keeps Bhavnagar interconnected with both the rural agrarian interior of Gujarat and international consumer markets. Bhavnagar is globally recognized as a leading diamond cutting and polishing hub, trailing closely behind Surat, and commands an exceptionally strong presence in specialized industrial sectors. The investment landscape here is undergoing a generational shift, anchoring major capital infusions into maritime manufacturing, defense supply chains, and green infrastructure. Significant memorandums of understanding (MOUs) signed under the state's maritime initiatives have allocated over rupees 13,600 crore to construct mega facilities for comprehensive shipbuilding, ship repair, and offshore infrastructure across the district's coastline. Key private entities and public enterprises are actively developing massive manufacturing yards here, leveraging Bhavnagar's historic engineering capabilities to transition from traditional shipbreaking at Alam into high-value, sustainable marine engineering and localized defense production. The district operates on a robust institutional financial framework backed by a wide network of nationalized, private, and cooperative banks that serve both heavy industrial corporate accounts and agrarian microcredit needs. The State Bank of India (SBI) acts as a primary institutional anchor alongside prominent entities like the Bank of Baroda and dedicated district cooperative network that disperse short and medium term agricultural loans. Given Bhavnagar's heavy focus on international trade, specifically within the diamond processing clusters and maritime engineering sectors, major bank branches are fully equipped with specialized forex foreign exchange desks to facilitate cross-border transactions, letters of credit, and trade financing. Digital banking infrastructure, Unified Payment Gateway (UPI), and automated teller networks are dense and reliable across all major towns, while rural sectors are heavily integrated via digital micro banking and agricultural credit initiatives. Bhavnagar boasts a comprehensive multi-modal transaction infrastructure that seamlessly links its industrial roads to the rest of India. The road network features critical national and state highways that provide direct high-capacity road corridors connecting Bhavnagar to Ahmedabad and Rajkot. The rail infrastructure is fully integrated into the Western Railway Zone, supporting both passenger travel and heavy freight movement to move industrial cargo from local manufacturing plants. On the maritime front, Bhavnagar Port is currently executing massive logistical upgrades, spearheaded by Bhavnagar Port Infrastructure Private Limited (BPIPL) under a 30-year concession with the Gujarat Maritime Board. The port is constructing a state-of-the-art container terminal managed directly by the Container Corporation of India (CONCOR). This upgrade serves as a massive logistics corridor designed to slash turnaround times and cut transport costs for the neighboring Dollara Special Investment Region (SIR) and the National Capital Region (NCR). The monetary ecosystem of Bhavnagar is highly transactional and demands smooth synergy between formal banking and localized credit networks. Local businesses rely extensively on digital payment systems for daily commerce, while industrial syndicates utilize specialized corporate banking lines to manage heavy capital expenditures in shipbuilding and automated diamond manufacturing. The district's lead bank scheme coordinate closely with the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) and state authorities to manage the credit to deposit (CD) ratio, ensuring that structural liquidity is continuously funneled into micro, small, and medium enterprises (MSMEs). This extensive financial security blanket allows local engineering workshops and small-scale diamond polishing units to easily weather global market fluctuations. Bhavnagar offers a highly practical mix of accommodation choices, tailored perfectly for industrial corporate visitors, maritime logistics experts, and general leisure to travelers. Within Bhavnagar city, accommodation ranges from upscale heritage hotels such as converted palaces providing top-tier luxury and business amenities to highly efficient mid-range business hotels concentrated near the corporate zones of Jewel Circle and Vagavadi Road. For engineering professionals and contractors visiting the Alang ship-breaking yard or the maritime projects at the port, nearby transit town and coastal roads provide specialized executive guest houses and business hotels equipped with high-speed internet and meeting spaces. Budget stays, clean dharmasalas, and simple lodges are widely available near the main railway terminal and central bus station, catering comfortably to regional traders and budget conscious travelers. Procuring a local mobile connection in Bhavnagar is an incredibly straightforward process, heavily regulated by standard Indian telecom compliance norms. Major national service providers including Reliance Jio, Bharti Airtel and Vodafone Idea VI maintain fully staffed flagship stores and unauthorized retail kiosks throughout the city center, commercial markets, and transport hubs. To secure a working prepaid or postpaid SIM card, individuals must undergo a mandatory Know Your Customer KYC verification process. Domestic travelers need to present an official government identity proof such as an Aadhaar card or passport alongside passport sized photographs, whereas the international visitors must submit a valid national passport with their Indian visa page and proof of local accommodation. Activation typically takes anywhere from 2 to 6 hours post submission, granting immediate access to high speed 4G and 5G data networks across the district. The socio-cultural fabric of Bhavnagar is anchored in deeply rooted traditional Gujarat values, requiring a respectful approach to dress codes and general public etiquette. In a day-to-day business and urban social environments, standard Western attire like formal trousers, shirts, and casual jeans are entirely acceptable and widely worn. However, when visiting religious sites, historic shrines, or rural communities, it is highly recommended to dress modestly. Individuals should ensure their shoulders and knees are fully covered, and clothing should be loose fitting. Public displays of affection are generally frowned upon in this conservative environment, and it is a strict social rule to remove your shoes before entering someone's home or a place of worship. Respecting elder community members and using formal, polite address forms aligns perfectly with local expectations and builds immediate goodwill. The culinary landscape of Bhavnagar is a paradise for lovers of authentic traditional Gujarat vegetarian food characterized by a rich balance of sweet, salty, and spicy flavors. The absolute staple is the iconic Gujarati thali, a massive wholesome platter consisting of roti, flatbreads, sweet tinged diverse vegetable curries, shak, khadi, rice, and crisps farsan. Bhavnagar is globally famous for its localized street food specialty. Bhavnagar Katiya, a deeply savory crisp snack made from chickpea flour and heavily seasoned with black pepper, best enjoyed alongside fresh green chilies and sweet papaya chutney. Given the region's strong cultural commitment to religious principles like Jainism and traditional Hinduism, the vast majority of local restaurants are strictly vegetarian, and the sale, possession, or consumption of alcohol is totally banned under Gujarat's strict state prohibition laws. Navigating Bhavnagar district efficiently requires a basic understanding of the regional transport network and local transit habits. For inner city commuting, auto rickshaws are the undisputed lifeline. However, since they rarely use mechanical meters, passengers should always negotiate and fix the fare with the driver prior to stepping inside. For day trips to coastal hotspots like Maguva, the structural marvels at Alang, and the historic temple of Palitana, booking a private app-based taxi or hiring a vehicle through a local travel agency offers the highest level of flexibility and climate-controlled comfort. State-run GSRTC buses are incredibly cost-effective and cover nearby every village and sub-district, but they can get extremely crowded during peak morning and evening transit hours. Travelers should always carry loose cash in smaller Indian rupee INR denominations, as rural transport operates and street vendors rarely accept digital cards or large bills. Do's. Do enjoy the legendary street food like Bhavnagar Kadiya from long-standing hygienic local vendors. Do remove your footwear immediately before entering religious shrines, temples, or local family homes. Do accept food, water, or religious offering using exclusively your right hand as a sign of respect. Do carry adequate amounts of cash in smaller bills when traveling out of the urban city center into rural talukas. Don'ts. Don't carry, purchase, or consume alcoholic beverages anywhere in public or private spaces without an official state permit. Don't attempt to photograph sensitive industrial installations, shipyard zones at Alang, or port operations without securing official security clearances. Don't wear overly revealing tight clothing when visiting heritage landmark, rural areas, or traditional markets. Don't express public frustration or argue aggressively during price negotiations. Maintain a polite, calm demeanor. For international visitors planning an excursion or business trip to Bhavnagar, compliance with Indian immigration laws is completely non-negotiable. All international arrivals must possess a valid national passport with a minimum validity of 6 months from the date of arrival, containing at least 2 blank pages for immigration stamps. Travelers must secure an appropriate Indian visa prior to departure. The convenient electronic visa e-visa program is widely available for tourism and short-term business visits for citizens of eligible countries. Business travelers heading directly to industrial hubs like the Alang shipyard or the upcoming port projects must ensure their business visa paperwork is explicitly clear, and they must obtain specific entry permits if assessing high security maritime or industrial containment zones governed by the Gujarat Maritime Board. Planning a trip to Bhavnagar requires balancing its rich historical heritage, spiritual landmarks, and modern maritime industrial sites. The absolute best window to visit is between October and March, when the pleasant winter weather hovers around 15 degrees C to 30 degrees C, making outdoor exploration highly enjoyable. A standard 3-day, 2-night itinerary provides a perfect introduction to the region. It allows travelers to explore the architectural heritage of the city center on the first day, conquer the spiritual mountain paths of Palitana on the second day, and witness the monumental maritime and ship-breaking scale of Alang and the coastal belt on the final day. Day 1, morning. Arrive in Bhavnagar city, check into your accommodation, and head straight to explore the stunning Nilambag Palace, a majestic heritage property showcasing classic architectural fusion. Afternoon, visit the serene Takteswar temple, perched elegantly on a hill, offering a panoramic view of the entire city and the Gulf of Khambat. Follow this with a walk through the bustling local markets to try hot, fresh Bhavnagar Gatiya. Evening, unwind with a peaceful walk around the historical Ganga Dari marble monument and relax by the banks of Gauri Sankar Lake to catch a gorgeous sunset. Day 2, 6 a.m. Takes an early morning 1.5 hour drive to Paritana, one of the world's most sacred Jain pilgrimage sites. Morning and afternoon begin the monumental climb up Satrunjaya Hill, boasting over 3,500 steps, to witness an incredible cluster of 860 exclusively carved marble temples. Note: ensure you pack no leather items and maintain strict vegetarian fasting guidelines during the ascent. Late afternoon, descend the hill, enjoy a clean traditional Jain lunch at a local dining hall, Pojanasala, and drive back to Bhavnagar city to rest. Day 3, morning. Depart early for Alang, located approximately 50 kilometers from the city, to witness the breathtaking scale of the world's largest ship-breaking and marine recycling yard from authorized viewing points. Afternoon. Travel further down the coast to the scenic town of Mahuva, frequently called the Kashmir of Saurashtra due to its lush green coconut groves and beautiful clean beaches. Evening, return to Bhavnagar city via the Changang landscape of the new Bhavnagar port project infrastructure, wrapping up your trip with a traditional Gujarati thali dinner. Bhavnagar is widely recognized as one of the safest and most socially stable industrial districts in India, characterized by exceptionally low rates of violent crime. The local police department maintains a visible and active presence through urban checkposts and round-the-clock patrolling across commercial hubs and transit stations. For solo travelers and women, the environment is generally welcoming and secure. However, it is always smart to exercise standard travel precautions such as avoiding unlit, isolated areas late at night and using verified pre-arranged transportation. From an industrial safety standpoint, visitors touring major manufacturing zones, automated docks, or engineering yards must strictly wear personal protective equipment (PPE), including hard hats, high visibility vests, and steel toed boots to safely navigate these heavy industrial environments. Bhavnagar maintaining deeply vital multi-layered economic relations that position it as a critical node in domestic and international supply chains. Domestically, it shares an intense business synergy with the neighboring Surat district, acting as a core production engine that supplies massive volumes of cut and polished diamonds to Surat's global trading bourses. The district specialized manufacturing units forge strong trade lines with industrialized states like Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, supplying high quality plastics, chemicals, and machine components. Globally, Bhavnagar's economic footprint is truly massive. Its shipbreaking, metal recycling, and upcoming maritime terminals connect it directly with major shipping lines and maritime hubs in Singapore, the United Kingdom, and the Middle East. Furthermore, its massive agricultural processing units continuously export dehydrated onions, and premium fruit products to consumer markets across Europe and North America. The historical legacy of Bhavnagar is filled with fascinating milestones that showcase its pioneering spirit. Forwarded in 1723 by Maharaja Bhav Singh Ji I, the princely state of Bhavnagar was a master class in progressive governance, establishing the historic Bhavnagar State Railway and its own independent state banking system long before national integration. In a monumental act of patriotism, following India's independence in 1947, Maharaja Krishna Kumar Singh Ji displayed incredible leadership by becoming the very first ruler to voluntarily surrender his princely state to the newly formed Indian Union. On the environmental front, the district hosts the globally renowned Velavadar Black Buck National Park, a unique grassland ecosystem that provides a vital sanctuary for endangered black bucks, wolves, and a spectacular variety of migratory birds. Bhavnagar is successfully pulling off a spectacular economic evolution, seamlessly blending its rich merchant post with world-class, future-ready industrial infrastructure. The transformer is anchored by the massive modernization of the Bhavnagar port, featuring a massive ₹4,200 crore investment to construct the world's very first specialized compressed natural gas (CNG) terminal. Equipped with an automated navigation lock system measuring 385 meters by 50 meters, the upgraded port is engineered to accommodate massive post-Panamax cargo vessels and very large gas carriers (VLGC). This game-changing energy infrastructure, combined with integrated logistics management by COR, ensures that Bhavnagar will continue to move past its traditional industrial roots. The district is firmly cementing its status as an elite green energy pioneer, a maritime manufacturing powerhouse, and a vital engine driving India's economic growth. Now, questions and answers. What makes Bhavnagar a dominant player in India's agricultural processing sector? Bhavnagar dominates the agriculture processing sector due to its absolute monopoly on the national onion dehydration industry. The district's unique semi-arid climate produces high-quality onions and cash crops like groundnut and BT cotton, which supply a vast network of local agro-processing units that export dehydrated vegetables and oil products worldwide. What major structural upgrade is currently being executed at the Bhavnagar port? The port is undergoing a massive transformation to build the world's first specialized compressed natural gas (CNG) terminal, alongside an advanced container terminal managed by COR. This project features one of the world's largest automated navigation lock system, 385M and 50M, to seamlessly handle post-Panamax vessels. How does Bhavnagar's diamond industry interact with Surat? Bhavnagar functions as a massive production and processing hub where raw diamonds are meticulously cut and polished in local MSME units. Once processed, these diamonds are funneled directly into the massive trading bourses of Surat to be distributed across international luxury markets. What is the historical significance of Maharaja Krishna Kumar Singh Ji? Maharaja Krishna Kumar Singh Ji was the visionary last ruler of the princely state of Bhavnagar. Following India's independence in 1947, he made history by becoming the very first princely monarch to voluntarily merge his state into the Indian Union, setting a monumental example for national integration. What is Bhavnagar's most famous culinary specialty and how is it served? The district's most famous culinary specialty in Bhavnagar Kadiya, a deeply savory crisp snack made from chickpea flour, besan, and seasoned heavily with black pepper. It is traditionally served alongside fresh, deep-fried green chilies and a sweet, grated raw papaya chutney. Can a visitor easily buy and consume alcohol in Bhavnagar? No, the state of Gujarat enforces strict alcohol prohibition laws, making the sale, possession, and public consumption of liquor illegal. However, international and out of state domestic travelers can legally purchase alcohol by obtaining an official liquor permit through authorized government portals or designated hotel countries. What unique environmental sanctuary is located within the Bhavnagar District? The district is home to the globally renowned Valavadar Blackbuck National Park. This unique sweeping grassland ecosystem serves as a critical protected sanctuary for the endangered Indian blackbuck, Indian wolves, striped hyenas, and a diverse range of migratory birds. What steps are required for an international traveler to secure a local SIM card in Bhavnagar? International visitors must visit a registered telecom store and complete a mandatory KYC process. They need to submit a valid national passport, a copy of their Indian visa page, passport size photographs, and verifiable proof of their local hotel or residential accommodation. Why is the coastal town of Mahua referred to as the Kashmir of Saurashtra? Mahua earned the nickname due to its exceptionally lush, verdant landscape which stands out beautifully against the surrounding semi-arid region. The town boasts dense, thriving coconut plantations, vast mango orchards, and highly fertile land dedicated to rich horticultural farming. What safety gear is mandatory when visiting industrial zones like Alan? Due to the heavy industrial risks associated with massive marine engineering and ship recycling, all visitors must strictly wear standard personal protective equipment (PPE). This includes a certified hard hat, high visibly reflective vests, and heavy duty steel toed safety boots. Thank you for seeing this video. Please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Thank you.